Good morning, gentlemen. Wonderful time. And I'm going to talk to you on something very important. ये एक छोटा सा टॉपिक है पर इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस बहुत ज़्यादा है बिकॉज इस आज वीडियो में इस एपिसोड में आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस द डिसीजन मेकिंग एबिलिटी ऑफ नरेंद्र मोदी और ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है बिकॉज दैट इज द रीजन ही हैज फॉलन बिहाइंड इन द 2024 इलेक्शन. आप याद रहे दैट ही केम इनटू पावर इन 2002 एंड इन्होंने बहुत अच्छा काम किया एज द चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ गुजरात. With the result that the BJP felt that he should be the right man to take over the mantle of the Prime Minister of India, and he became the Prime Minister face for the 2014 election. And एक veteran leader जो थे लाल कृष्ण अडवाणी, he was sidelined. अडवाणी नाराज हुए, but then there was no choice. Modi had everything going for him. Then 2014, 2019, great victories. And in 2024 there was a downfall. I would say a downfall or a downslide. और इसकी responsibility जो थी वो again comes to Modi. अगर उसकी 2014 and 2019 elections were part of his victory parade, then 2024 was his defeat also. It was a defeat because for the first time in almost 2 decades, Modi had now to work with a coalition government. That is the point to note. There was a coalition government now, and Modi was not having the absolute majority. He was reliant on people like Chirag Paswan, small-time men, or a man who has betrayed him very often, that is Nitish Kumar. इनके ऊपर he was relying on them. There's no choice for him. And the majority, we thought he'll get 400, at least he thought he'll get 330 or 340 seats. He could not win. And the fault lies again with him because he was the man who trusted Amit Shah, and Amit Shah had his own ambitions to become the Prime Minister, and he actually sabotaged the BJP election. Gentlemen, जो होना था सो हो गया. The question is कि ये क्यों हुआ? And why couldn't Modi have arrested it? See, when he came into power in 2014, लोगों ने सोचा कि here is a man, a Hindu who has become the Prime Minister of India, and he will definitely do something good, some wonders करेगा. But he didn't do anything in special. The पहली बात जो उनकी failure रही was the uniform civil code. This was the first thing he should have done. And he had 10 long years. 10 years in politics, in the history of a nation, is a big period. He had 10 years to enforce it, but what the hell was he doing? I mean, would he like to explain to the people why he didn't bring the UCC? He could have done it. And why did he backtrack on progressive laws? Why did he backtrack on the old BJP philosophy that caste will not be the factor? And he started saying that caste is the biggest factor. In fact, his entire selection of candidates for the 2024 election was based on caste. And yet he came a cropper. He failed to realize that Amit Shah was playing his own game, and he wanted to sideline people like Vijay Raji, Scindia, who was the chief minister earlier of Rajasthan. Net result, they lost almost half the seats. They had a tough time in Uttar Pradesh, where they disregarded Yogi ji in the selection of candidates. In Maharashtra, they tied up with known entities like Sharad Pawar, and he was a corrupt man. Ajit Pawar, and he was a corrupt chap, and that resulted they lost there. In fact, the BJP strike rate in UP and Maharashtra pretty low. So, gentlemen, we must remember that what is apparent is not real. Modi was creating the aura that he's a strong leader when he was not. At every place he has been found wanting, and always he was looking for a compromise, and where he doesn't have to bite the bullet. But he should have remembered world history, where people like Mao Zedong or Stalin or Roosevelt, Churchill, they took decisions. They bit the bullet. And that cannot be denied. And Modi abjectly failed in that aspect. As I already told you about the Uniform Civil Code, then there was the agitation by at Shaheen Bagh, the CAA, and mighty rioting after that. Even when Donald Trump was here, this nefarious thing was continuing, and he couldn't face up to it. He backtracked. He backtracked on the farm laws, with very progressive laws. And earlier the opposition was saying that, refer it to the JPC, he refused because he had a majority, but he didn't pull through. When the time came to take action against the farmers, he panicked, withdrew. Same thing in the Shaheen Bagh. He never took action. And then in Manipur, he might as well explain. People all over the country have been asking me, here's a man who never went to Manipur for 2 years with all the rioting and killing going on there, and yet he found time to go to Ukraine and meet Zelensky. And net result is zero, as I had earlier also forecast, because Zelensky, moment he left Ukraine, made some very obscure and stupid statements regarding the visit of Modi. And he was not interested in what Modi had told him. So why he went there, I don't know. Maybe he went to placate the Americans, or maybe Americans told him to go there, or maybe he went there thinking that I should counterbalance my visit to Russia. When somebody does something like that, that means you're not able to stand up on your own principles. Now, the latest situation which has come, as you know, at UPSC had advertised some 50 odd vacancies for a lateral entry into the civil services. There was a hue and cry, and even a so-called ally, that Chirag Paswan was barking around, saying it shouldn't be done because the rights of the the rights of the backward castes have been taken away. So क्या किया इसने? He will do everything back, cancel the arbitration. Gentlemen, ये सब चीजें सोचने वाली बात है कि here is a man who was given a mandate by the Hindu masses to unite them, take them forward. He didn't do that, number one. He'd been talking a lot on Kashmir. He didn't follow the Kashmir reforms which he brought out to the hilt. None of the Kashmiri Pandits have gone back to Kashmir. The demographic face of the valley has not changed. No Indian going and settling in the valley. And insurrection again, the terrorist activity again caught up. And we have lost, I don't know, maybe 24 of our soldiers, brave men, fighting terrorists. If this is the result of having brought in all these laws which he thought he's brought them, and abolition 370 and all that, uska kya matlab hai? It's got no relevance. And now he is going and hobnobbing with Stalin on his behalf. Rajnath Singh has recently gone there, and Stalin, as you know, is an anti-Hindu person. He is the antithesis of everything for which the Hindus stand for. He is against the Sanatan Dharma. He's been talking of Sanatan Dharma as something which should be abhorred or thrown away and all that. I won't dwell into it. आप सब जानते हो क्या कैसे बकवास करता रहता है. DMK, and yet he is going there and exchanging things with him. You see, question is कि what is he planning? अभी मैं कल एक news थी, and it was that BJP going to recruit some couple of lakhs of Muslims into the BJP for the next phase. I think ये अभी तक इसको realization नहीं आई that the Muslims are going to vote for him come what may. The Sikhs are not going to vote for him come what may. And similarly, the Tamils are not voting for him, despite having a wonderful leader like Annamalai, who's now going to Oxford for a further course. It was squally, nothing happened, and it just continued like this in a very, very sad state of affairs. So, gentlemen, we must realize that great leaders वो होते हैं जो decision लेते हैं, and they bite the bullet, whether the public is with them or not with them. But here is a decision which is going on, and मैंने आपको बता ही रखा कि don't rely too much on the Americans, because they may be planning a breakup of India also. If they can think about Bangladesh and throw the Sheikh Hasina out, Imran Khan out, Rajapaksa out, so who knows, it's not a part of a American planned to have Modi out also. And Americans have got a wonderful man here in India, who is going to toe their line, and he's following the footsteps of the various obscurantist leaders by saying there should be a caste census, and all jobs should be as per that. Distribution of wealth should be as per the proportionate to the strength of the castes. The backward caste should get more. All that nonsense. And he's Mr. Rahul Gandhi. But Ajkal I'm seeing Rahul Gandhi is very aggressive, and Modi looking little spent out. I mean, he doesn't look like he shot his bullet, and he's feeling that what the hell I've done wrong. That is what Nehru used to feel after he was defeated by China. कि मैंने क्या गलती की है? गलती ये की कि you did not take a look at reality. Number one, you didn't follow the path of world history. Number two, you didn't want to make India into a Hindu state. Why couldn't they have in these 10 years declared India as a Hindu state? Why not? What's wrong with it? 80% of the population is Hindu, and if they feel that there should be a Hindu Rashtra, well, there should be a Hindu Rashtra. But he was only talking, that's the problem, and he didn't take any action whatsoever. Gentlemen, I'm not against Mr. Modi. He's a wonderful man, and I thought he had everything going for him. 10 long years, and my opinion, he wasted those 10 years, and he's paying the price for that. And it is like Napoleon, great victories, great, and then an abject down. Now he has the Waqf board also, he has to send it to the JPC because he can't get it through. There's a lot of opposition. And now look at what he's doing in Bengal. He couldn't take a decision to have president rule in Bengal. He's been sitting on the fence. In fact, some days back, I was almost sure that there's going to be president rule in Bengal, but it didn't happen. And now he's been sitting on the fence. He's thinking, and I don't think it'll be done. That means if even now president rule is not enforced in Bengal, that means it will never be enforced in the history of India in the years to come, and everybody will be having a ball. His reactions in the Bangladesh were pitiable. I expected him to take a strong stand, and if necessary, a military intervention was called for. It could have been done. Turkey's done it earlier in so many places. The Chinese have done it. They attacked India also. They attacked Vietnam also. I couldn't see anything. What was the problem? With such a superior force, what was he sitting on? See, this is what distinguishes great men. Stalin, Roosevelt, Mao, Churchill. They bit the bullet, and they knew how to bite the bullet, take the strong stance. Modi is simply not in that class. I feel very sad when I say this, because India is passing through a crisis. That's why I look at it. Because the divisions which I see when I was in school were not that many. But the divisions now in society are accentuated. बढ़ गई हैं, बहुत बढ़ गई हैं. It was not there in school when I was there. But now I observe everywhere it's a caste and caste and caste which continuing. And the government led by Narendra Modi has perpetuated the caste system. He should have taken headlong the caste. Gandhi failed. Modi should have succeeded. He could have succeeded. But he didn't try. I have nothing more to add, gentlemen. I think Modi's innings is over, and the BJP would be better off looking for a man who can bring in the agenda of Hinduism. I think the best man in this job at the moment would be, of course, Yogi Adityanath. But that's my personal opinion. I'll talk about it later sometime. In the meanwhile, gentlemen, if you like my video, please share it with your friends. Come back for more. God bless. And let's hope we get a leader, someone like Bismarck, who leads India forward. Goodbye and God bless.